Hey there, Storm fans. Bryant Cook, and tonight we're playing the Epic Storm and Legacy. You know, the deck that this channel's named after. The deck list hasn't changed in a while. I thought about maybe making a change just so I can market this video a little bit better, but I'd rather just be truthful to the list that I think that you should play. This is the same list as I've been mentioning. We're playing a Pulverize in the sideboard, which was the latest change, which was still like 3 or 4 months ago. Before that, it was a 4th copy of Carpet of Flowers. I don't really have much to say here, so if you have any thoughts or whatever, feel free to put those down below. We're going to keep it short and sweet tonight, and let's head on over to match number 1. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Hey there, welcome to the first round. We're facing Dredge Expert the Daddy. We have a turn 1 win, so I'm going to keep this and see how it goes. Mana Confluence. Putrid Imp. I am fine with that. Draw. Let's cast some spells. Grab a basic Swamp. Dark Ritual. Wishclaw Talisman, not Lion's Eye Diamond. Now we'll cast a Lion's Eye. Lion's Eye. From Mox, we're not going to imprint the Rite of Flame. Imprinting Rite of Flame would actually be a pretty big mistake here, because we want that Rite of Flame in the graveyard to make more mana post Ad Nauseam. Add some black, activate the Wishclaw, we'll use a blue mana, and we're just going to go ahead and put Ad Nauseam directly onto the stack. Okay. Let's pop this out so you all can see pretty easily. Flip, flip, flip. 14 life. We hit the main deck Relay, Burning Wish, that should do it. We'll stop at 2. Diamond, Dark Ritual, Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox, Imprint Trigger, imprint this Brainstorm, cast the Burning Wish. Turn 11. Go grab the Tendrils of Agony. And then we'll cast Tendrils of Agony, targeting the opponent for lethal. No tenders here, not today. Well, at least not right now. Game 1 over Dredge. How do we sideboard? Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't correct it. I actually realized it in yesterday's league video too, that the storm count is cut off. Let me try to fix this. It's been like 2 days and I haven't fixed it. Like, Moto just keeps on updating for me this week. I don't know what it is, but it's been knocking out my storm count. So I doubt you saw the storm count in that first game. My apologies. We're just going to board out a couple clunky cards for 2 Chain of Vapor. Chain of Vapor answers Leyline of Sanctity, but also Leyline of the Void if we needed to. We can even buy us a little bit of time, which is why we're interested in a card like Chain of Vapor over Galvanic Relay. Yeah, keep. The opponent taking a mulligan to 5. And now to 4. So there's one nice thing about this hand, and that's in this matchup, I've noticed that a lot of Dredge players like to cast turn 1 Cabal Therapy targeting us, not themselves, and they'll often name Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, with our hand, we don't actually have a diamond, so it's not an issue. They're going to start off on turn 1 Careful Study, discarding 2 Dredgers, 1 card in hand, draw. Chain of Vapor. That's an interesting one. So I'm actually going to imprint the Chain and cast Brainstorm. 1 mana will mean a huge empty, and if we miss on that mana, I can still cast a Galvanic Relay for a bunch. We hit. So I'm going to leave the Chain on top, I think. I guess that means that I can't fetch, though. Yeah, let's still do that. Alright, played the Badlands, Lotus Petal, Dark Ritual, Rite of Flame, Burning Wish. Will 16 goblins get the job done? No one tell Alex McKinley, by the way. Alex hates Empty the Warrens, like casting it makes him feel sick, and I have to hear it from him all the time about how much he hates Empty. So do not let Alex McKinley know that Empty the Warrens won a game. Not that we're guaranteed to win here or anything, but if we do win, you can't tell Alex. And they have Breakthrough. Pretty good for them. Are we going to lose to a mulligan to 3? So they have a Narcomoeba, and there's a Cobalt Therapy in there. We don't have a hand. I see at least 2 copies of Bridge from below. 3 copies of Bridge? So they can make some zombies here. They'll cast Cobalt Therapy. We don't have a hand, so it doesn't matter that much. Draw. So if we attack and they block, they'll lose their copies of Bridge. I think we just attack. I mean, they can't afford to block here. No blocks, and they'll go to 2 life. Icarid comes back. Ogak, and a couple Narcomoebas. I guess my fear here is that they end up with enough goblins to block from 2. So I'm going to bounce an Icarid here because it will naturally trigger on their end step whether or not they want it to die or not anyway. So that makes 3 more blockers. Alright, so the Chain of Vapor is resolved. They're now bringing back in the other copy of Narcomoeba. I believe they still have 1 Cabal Therapy in here somewhere. They do. They have 1 Therapy. They have an Ashen Rider and a Hogak. I believe we've got it. Unless, like, their other card in hand that's an unknown is, like, another Breakthrough or something. Actually, do we know their whole hand? We might. This is their 3rd turn. They drew for the 2nd turn. I think they still have 1 unknown. They have a Dredger, Icarid, and 1 unknown. And our opponents conceded the game! Look at that. Goblins defeat zombies. Classic battle. I'll see you in the 2nd match. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist. Round number 2, and we're facing Esper Hatebears most likely. Our opponent's known for playing that deck. We're on the play. And you can assume that our opponent's playing that deck for 2 reasons. And here it is. Yorian Sky Nomad on top of, well, their username. Here we have a hand that has everything we could want other than an action spell. I am interested in this hand. We'll keep. You might be thinking you're not allowed to keep these hands. There's always something you're lacking in a hand. And while that may seem a little bit silly, it's sort of true. Like if I were to mulligan a hand and it has lands, acceleration, and a tutor, it's lacking a protection spell versus a deck with possibly 8 forces in it. Well, here I have the protection spell but no tutor. We actually have more tutors in our deck than we do protection spells, so it makes sense to keep these sort of hands. And our opponent's on a mulligan to 5. Okay, I'm just going to lead off here with the Volcanic Island and pass that turn. Underground Sea. Into a Vial, you got it. 4 cards. Rite of Flame, unfortunately, I have to pass. Vial will go up to 1 here. Looted Delta. Draw. Opal, no need to play that out yet. So, like, I could play a Lotus Petal out for a possible Veil of Summer, but that's not a reasonable play to make on their turn, so I'd rather sit here, hold these cards in case I draw into a Galvanic Relay. Our opponent with a Brainstorm. They're fetching. Vial will go up to 2 now. Land number 3. Yorian to hand, sure. Draw. Another Veil of Summer. I think I'm just going to play Opal here. Actually, no, I'm going to play out some artifacts. I've played against our opponent's name is Jeff, and Jeff in the past has actually named Veil of Summer or Lion's Eye, so I think I want to be able to cycle a Veil if Jeff were to play one of those effects. Jeff did not put in a creature off vial. I do have to respect Meddling Mage, unfortunately. A vial moves up to 3. Another Brainstorm. Charming Prince. So this can clear the top of the deck. One way to get rid of cards off a Brainstorm. Still 5 cards. Draw. Delta. So we're drawing kind of dead here, unfortunately. That's the turn. Vial on 3, no activation. Jeff, did you cut the creatures from your deck? I'm starting to believe it. Vial on 4. What is this? Target opponent looks at the top 3 cards of their library. Okay, I need to read this again. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent looks at the top 3 cards of your library and separates them into a face-down pile, face-up. Put 1 pile to your hand, on the other to your graveyard. So they can draw some cards here. I think I'm fine with that. Spellseeker versus lands. I could have veiled this, but I chose not to. And they put the Spellseeker to hand. Alright, so the opponent has 5 cards, one of which is a Spellseeker. Right now, we're pretty high probability to draw an action spell. We haven't done it yet, but every single draw step, you're 34%. And we've missed on it for 5 turns at this point, so odds should be that we draw one pretty soon. Spellseeker happens. Picks up a main deck copy of Flusterstorm. Spicy. Draw. Not ideal. Vial goes up to 5. That means Yorian's coming. They get in. They activate the Yorian. Well, they put Yorian onto the table. You know what I mean. Triggers. Okay. I guess we separate it into blue pile versus non-blue pile for force purposes. They took 2 white cards. And now the Spellseeker. They pick up a Brainstorm, 8 cards in hand. They go to discard. Probably the Swords or the other Charming Prince, if I had to guess, is the card they discard. They discard the other Charming Prince. Wow, we just drew dead this game. Holy moly. I think I'm going to play out the Lotus Petals now because I'm not going to have multiple turns to make a comeback. So at least by playing them out now, I can better pay for Flusterstorm. Sure. Well, this looks like it's going to be a Cling. Yep. Sure thing. Alright, we're taking a bunch of damage here. I will go to 2. Jeff, do you play a creature that makes me lose 2 life? I believe in you. You can do it. 3 mana. For a Baron. Sure. That's interesting. They're picking up the Yorian, which they can then vial back in. I like it. Okay. I'm at 2. You can pick between Solitude or the others, I guess. They pick up a Brainstorm and now they're going to discard. 5 cards will be discarded here. Alright, come on, deck, please. Unfortunate. Let's try to get a little bit of information out of our opponent before we concede. Force pitching Gilded Drake. Sacrifice Lotus Petal, cast a Veil of Summer, Storm 2. They had another force. So we were never going to beat this anyway. It's fine. I'm wondering, like, let's say this actually resolved. Like, let's say they fluster, I Dark Ritual, and pay. Would we have drawn into anything? Ponder, Dark Ritual, and then the Ponder cards. Alright, that game was not what we wanted. So let's bring in Abrupt Decay. I think we want Relays. Take out the Ponders. 61 cards. So in the past, our opponent has fetched for basic plains, swamp, and even scrublands against me in post-board games because of carpet. So I'm not really incentivized to bring that card in. I think I'm actually going to board out a Chromox here and do leave triple Opal, but board out a Chromox. Oh no, I accidentally boarded in all the Relays. My bad. We don't want to do that. We want to leave one in the board. Game 2. While I would love to keep this hand, unfortunately we cannot. Okay, so this hand just wants a second mana source, so that way we can have some fun on turn 2. Play the Verdant Catacombs and pass. Prismatic Vista. Picks up an island vial, sure. Draw. Classic. Pass. We had a pretty good window there, and unfortunately we did not hit the thing we wanted to do, which is just draw a mana source. Draw. Opposite problems from last game. Classic. They're going up to 2 counters on Vial. I am really far behind at the moment. And they're passing with 6 cards in hand. Unfortunately, the Opal doesn't do anything for me. I think we're going to pass and discard the Ad Nauseam. Is it better to discard the Ad Naus or the Tendrils? Probably the Nauseam. I don't have strong opinions on this, though. We might be able to get our opponent with the natural Tendrils from hand. Cavern of Souls, 6 cards in hand. They put Yori into hand, and now they're back up to 7. Strongly representing Flusterstorm here. Draw. Another copy of Rite of Flame. Play out Mox Opal. Pass the turn. Vials on 4. Sure. So that was in the upkeep, so Jeff got to fix their draw step a little bit with the Scry from this creature. They have 7 cards in hand, and they've been leaving a blue up, which really makes me believe that they have a Fluster. Maybe not. Well, we'll see what happens here. They took Flusterstorm. And now they have a Fluster. Well, they probably had one before anyway, but now they definitely do. Draw. Grid. Taiga. Cast Rite of Flame. Let's play a defense grid. If it resolves, we can then play Lion's Eye Diamond, and that would enable Metalcraft. Spell Pierce. Punished. I was not expecting that. Pass the turn. Yeah, if I was thinking about Spell Pierce, I would have played another copy of Rite of Flame. They have 5 cards, one of which is a Yorion and another is Fluster. Deck has not been liking me this round, that's for sure. Gilded Drake, okay. So now they have Force Fluster. I just can't win. They Vial in the Yorion. And now everything comes back. Sure, you can have a Recruiter. Draw. Okay, this round was pretty miserable. Sometimes it happens when you play Magic. Nothing to worry about, let's just focus on winning match number 3. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Okay, new round, but once again, we're taking a mulligan. This hand's very, very slow. I think I'm going to ship it. Much better. Much, much, much better. Going with the mulligan to 5. I'm going to guess that they're not on a blue deck. And I will bottom the Veil of Summer. Let's see if I'm wrong. Womp womp. Ornithopter. So they're on ninjas? Draw. This is a turn 1, so we're going to Peanut Butter and Jam. Lines of Diamond. Mox Opal. Wishclaw Talisman. Dark Ritual. I don't like that pause right there. But it doesn't matter, we're going to put Ad Nauseam on the stack. Cast it. Hey, love it. Love it. Let's see some more mana though, a little late. Okay, looking pretty good now. We'll stop at 6. Lion's Eye Diamond. Okay, we'll play another copy of Opal. Keep the new one. Cast this Chromox. Triggers, and we'll imprint the Galvanic Relay. Rite of Flame again. Tap this for a black to cast a Dark Ritual. Burning Wish. Yes. Grab the Tendrils of Agony. And let's cast it. Off to game number 2. How do we want to approach the post-board games? Well, Ninjas traditionally has like a Null Rod style effect in the board, so I like Abrupt Decay. I also think that Carpet's fine against them, even though they do play a basic Swamp. So I think we just approach this matchup like we would Delver almost. Bring in a couple copies of Relay. Let's take out the Ad Nauseam. 66 cards. We'll board out some copies of Ponder. And then a few Moxen. Hit that submit button. Oh, I never updated our record. My bad. Let me fix that. Whoops. We are 1-1. Let's try this hand out. Keep. They play a first run island, but no Ornithopter this time. We'll play out the Lotus Petal here because if they cast a Null Rod, I want to be able to blow it up. End step Brainstorm. Prismatic Vista. Very basic Swamp. And there's the Null Rod. Wow, big brain. Grab the Underground Sea. Tap this for a black. We'll float a green mana. Null Rod will resolve. Abrupt Decay. Get that piece of trash off the battlefield, please. I have 5 cards in hand. Draw. Swamp. Let's see if I can make this hand any better with a Brainstorm. Defense Grid's interesting. So I could go Swamp, Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual. Actually, 1 Dark Ritual grid. Maybe I'll do that. Dark Ritual. Okay. Play a defense grid. So now we can cast Echo of Aeons by using the Wishclaw Talisman to go get a copy of Lion's Eye Diamond out of our deck. Here's the downside, though. This is not a free play. If this Echo of Aeons is not very good, I just gave my opponent a tutor, and I will be shuffling Null Rod back into their deck. So if they draw any land, they can then go search up Null Rod on their next turn. So this play is not without punishment. But no artifacts. Just like I drew it up past the turn. Hollywood ending or something like that, right? They play an island, they're activating the Wishclaw. Incoming Null Rod. But the secret is, I don't care. Okay, let's cast a Brainstorm. Holy moly. Actually going to get rid of... Can I win this turn? Let's say I put back Veil of Summer and the extra land. I don't believe I can. I am going to get rid of the extra land. And the spare Burning Wish. Grab Taga. Play Carpet. Switch phases. Add some green mana. Play another copy of Carpet. Blow up their Null Rod so that way they know how dead they are on the next turn. And we're over halfway to the City's Blessing. We need 3 more permanents. Ponder. They play another island. That's so generous of them. Thank you. And we just drew a red Necropotence, although I don't think we'll be needing it. Yes. Red. Cast Dark Ritual. Play Burning Wish. Yes. Let's go grab the other black sorcery in our sideboard, the one that we don't use to target the opponent, but instead we'll target ourselves. Here, straight into the Abyss. And they're attempting to cast Force of Will. It's not going to go very well for them, though. Sorry. Which is Spell Stutter Sprite. What? Alright, well, I will draw half my deck plays. Easy peasy. Okay. 4 copies of Lotus Petal, no big deal. Lion's Eye Diamond. Tap this. I have officially received the City's Blessing. I feel very honored that the city chose me to hit 10 permanents, but hey, here we are. Gotta be somebody, right? Grab the Tendrils of Agony, target them. Okay, Storm 15, they'll lose 30, and I will gain 30 life. Thank you. And that'll do it. So we are now 2-1, 2 matches left to go. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Alright, welcome to match number 4. We're on the play. Our opponent's deck, according to MTG Goldfish, is an actual nightmare for us. So it's a Yorion deck, as you can see here. Main deck copies of Aethersworn Canonist. It has Karn the Great Creator, Force of Will, Chalice of the Void, Needle. This round is just not going to go well for us no matter what happens. Unfortunately, we cannot keep this hand. This is a turn 1 Echo of Aeons. If we disrespect our opponent having Force of Will. I think that is the line, though. We're going to bottom the Veil of Summer. Okay. Chromox. Imprint the Dark Ritual. Cast Dark Ritual. Wishclaw Talisman. Mox Opal. Tap that opal for a black mana. Activate Wishclaw. Go get a copy of Lion's Eye Diamond. Sacrifice it for 3 blue. Flashback Echo, floating a blue. And it resolved. Wow. Okay. So they have 6 cards. I'm going to cast a Brainstorm here. I could just try to Burning Wish Relay, but I don't want to just lose the game. So I have lethal, assuming that our opponent doesn't have Force of Will in hand. What to do? What to do? Dark Ritual. I mean, they're an 80 card deck. You can't beat everything. Let's see if they force the Ritual. The Ritual resolves Lion's Eye Diamond. Hold control, cast this Burning Wish. At triple red. And they had the force. That's a bummer. Pitching Urza. So I had the choice. I could have played Ponder there, or looking for a Veil of Summer and passing the turn. But I also know that our opponent's a Chalice of the Void deck. So like even if I had found the Veil of Summer, this could mean a Chalice. As you can see, I was put in a lose-lose scenario. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. alexwest, did somebody upset you at some point in your life where you felt the need to play double Chalice of the Void, Force Will, Karn in the same deck? If it was me, I'm very, very sorry, but you don't have to do this to people. It's just not very kind. Alright, we'll go to game 2. Very, very mean. Alright, we want Abrupt Decay and we want Galvanic Relay against the deck playing a bunch of counter magic. We're going to not Siding Carpet of Flowers, not something we're really interested in here. Sort of a hybrid plan. A little surprised that they let the Dark Ritual resolve if they had double Chalice in hand, because I could have punished them with the Tendrils of Agony. I mean, I didn't have it, but in theory it could have happened. I think you're supposed to force the will there. Well, this is a hand. It has access to Pulverize. We have defense card for force. I think I'll keep. They've kept 7. Played the Mire, passed the turn. Ancient Den. A Lotus Petal. Mox Opal. Grafdigger's Cage. So that actually shuts off my Echo. Not very kind. Chalice on 1. Sure. They have 3 cards in hand. I can Burning Wish for Pulverize, but I'm going to need a way to get Echo to the graveyard. Draw. It doesn't really help. We'll fetch. Grab Badlands. Not 100% sure if I should have gotten Badlands or Volcanic there. I'm just trying to think that Wishclaw gets me Diamond, which helps out a lot. Grab the Pulverize. Maybe I should have gotten Volcanic because I could naturally draw and discard the Echo over time. They play an Otawara. 3 cards. Burning Wish number 4. Let's cast that. Yes. And I'm interested in Galvanic Relay. So my thoughts on getting Relay are, if I cast Pulverize and my opponent forces, I might be able to Relay for a couple. There's a Saga. And they're passing. Draw. I'm going to just pass the turn. Discard the Echo. Another copy of Saga. 3 cards in hand. Draw. The old Ad Nauseam. Green, red? No, it should be red, black. Attempt to cast Pulverize. Force Pitching Displacer Kitten. That's a real bummer. And I just realized keeping Volcanic Island was wrong, because if I reveal Abrupt Decay to this relay, I cannot cast it like a real dummy. I revealed relay to relay. Or it was the wrong pile. Okay, Dark Ritual, Rite of Flame, Wishclaw. Those were the reveals. Yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, I don't have a card that gets me out of this. Alright, well, we've played 8 games so far, and we're through 4 rounds, so it's a quick one. Round 5 coming up. Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm. Match number 5, we're on the draw. I'm going to keep this. So this is a little bit different from the hand that we mulliganed in match number 4. I believe it was 4 at least. So I mulliganed a hand that had Tendrils and Dark Ritual in it and some other mana. The difference is 2 things. One, we weren't on the draw before. And the second thing is that now we have Ponder. Thoughtseize. I believe that the correct pick here is Ponder. Let's see what they do. Our opponent agrees. Ad Nauseam off the top rope. Draw. Not Ad Nauseam. Play a Taiga. Pass the turn. So Taiga represents that we could have possibly have drawn a Veil of Summer, where Volcanic Island represents like casting a Brainstorm in response to another discard spell, which isn't that meaningful. The one downside of playing Taiga is if we were to draw exactly Brainstorm, we cannot Brainstorm and fetch in the same turn. It looks like red-black Reanimator. Faithless Looting. They have a Gristlebrand. Okay, so they're going to lose 7 down to 10. So they can activate the Gristlebrand going to 2, but if they don't draw a discard spell, the Tendrils will get them. They already had the Unmask. They wanted to do it pre-draw 7 to prove a point. Will you draw 7 now? They do not. Draw. Relay. I mean, I think I'm supposed to cast it. I don't want to, but kind of priced into it here. Okay, we get 3 cards off the top. They need to be amazing. Rite of Flame. Lines of Diamond, Burning Wish? Rite of Flame. Okay, so a Wishclaw Talisman or a Burning Wish off the top could mean victory. Gristlebrand attacks. We'll go to 12 and they'll go up to 16. They activate down to 7. Or, I'm sorry, paying 7 down to 9. We have a Volcanic Island in hand that they knew about. They're at 7. They did know about the Volk. We showed them next to Taiga. Marsh Flats. Want to find Burning Wish or Wishclaw Talisman as our draw step. We have a few other decent draws, but those are the ones we're really looking for. Obviously, I wouldn't say no to an Ad Nauseam, an Echo of Eons, Brainstorm, or Ponder. Discards Arcana Cruelty and a Grief. Animate Dead. We will lose our Volcanic Island here. We go to 9, they go up to 9. Tie ball game. Obviously tied. They have, 12 power in play, but the life totals are equal. It's a tie game. Alright, let's see if we can do it. Draw step. That's a draw. Let's see if we can get it from 9 life. Tap for red. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Black. Black. Hold this control key. Let's add triple black. Firm is 4. That does not win. I also don't have a Tendrils of Agony in the main deck. Okay. We need mana. So I'm 1 mana short of Burning Wish into Tendril. So I need... Even a land here would win the game. Flip. That'll do, Peg. That'll do. Hold control. Add triple black. Galvanic Relay for the W. If you think about it, this game was really made possible by the Relay for 3 because it allowed us to have card advantage that couldn't be interacted with via discard because it was in exile. Hi-oh! Take that, Reanimator. I'm giving the credit to this game to Relay and not Ad Nauseam in my spreadsheet. Okay, game number 2 against Reanimator coming right up. Unfortunately, though, don't tell on me, but we're going to board out the card that just won game number 1. The 4th Relay can go to the sideboard. We'll get rid of the defense grid. We're going to board in Chain of Vapor to hit things like Iona, but you can also do some cute tricks with Chain of Vapor, like bouncing an Animate Dead with the trigger to return the creature on the stack. So that way Gristlebrand never enters the battlefield. That sort of thing. There's some uses. You can also bounce Seer's Emissary, stuff like that. This hand is poop. We're going to mulligan it. Fine. I mean, it's not very good, but we'll keep it. Bottom the pedal, I think. So if you follow the trend of every other game in this league, every round has been 2 games. Can we keep that trend up and have a perfect 10-game league? With a very mediocre record. Uh-oh. Entomb. For Gristlebrand. Good hand. Yep. I don't think we're going to win this one. They're at 12. Alright, I've seen enough. We can just go ahead to the next one. Alright, not a perfect 10-game league. That's fine. We're on the play for the 3rd game. No changes in sideboarding. Resubmit. The final game of this league. We're on the play. Unfortunately, this is just not a playable hand. This one is, though. Keep. We can bottom the Verdant. Actually, let's hide the Chain. No, they already saw Chain of Vapor. It's fine. They saw it when we got wrecked in game number 2. Chancellor of the Annex has been revealed. Alright, Badlands, tap it for a Rite of Flame. Chancellor will counter it. That's sort of unfortunate, but that's how it be sometimes. Play Lotus Petal. Diamond. Let's get a new hand. Storm 4. We have to pass. Alright, it's not even a good hand. I guess I could have fetched with Verdant for something on turn 1. So that way I had a blue up, but I don't know. They discard 2 rather large creatures. Unmask. Alright, time to cast Veil. What does Veil draw? Well, that was a good one. That was a very, very good one. So we're able to cast Echo out of the sideboard now, but I'd really like to draw like a Lotus Petal or something for turn. That would go well for us. Uh-oh. They got a turn 1 with Unmask on my Echo of Aeons random 7? Jeez. There's Gristlebrand. I do not feel good about this right now. I do not think we're in a winning position. And they're passing the turn, okay. So that was good. They didn't put the Chancellor into play. They're at 13. Can we get to lethal? Wow! Back-to-back Lion's Eye Diamond draws. How lucky. I did not deserve this game. Okay, tap this for a blue, play the other one. Incredibly lucky here. Cast Ponder. Shuffle. Yes. Cast Rite of Flame. Cast the Chrome Mox. Why not? We'll imprint the Burning Wish. Cast the Wishclaw. So the reason I'm casting the Wishclaw here is there's 0 chance that I misclick on the holding control for Burning Wish, which seems silly, but sometimes in my life I've misclicked or made a bad play. I don't know. And this just gets rid of the misclick equity. Okay. We did it. We got the 3-2 pity chest. Love it. So something that a lot of people ask me in this room Discord is if I'm planning on making any changes. Even with an average league like this where I got bodied by, what was it? Oh, the Esper Hatebears, Esper Vile deck where apparently I just failed to shuffle my deck in 2 back-to-back games. Like, I mean, that's obviously a joke. We're playing online, right? But I had 2 pretty far below average draws. Game 1, we went past turn 7 without ever drawing an action spell, for example. Game 2, I had a few really good windows if we just drew mana, and I never did. So that happens. And then the Karn Chalice of the Void deck that also had Force of Will and main deck Aethersworn Canonist. Surprise, surprise. You know, that's Magic sometimes. It's nothing to be upset about. Even average leagues happen to decent players. I don't think I'm that great, but I'd say I'm at least decent. Thank you for watching. I'm becoming extremely rambly, so I'm going to leave now. But have a great day. Keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.